Hello again, my friends. Back another Great American Craft Beer Review with Kyle. Sorry, just getting the can here. Just finished off the Hazelnut, the eye opener. What a great, fantastic beer. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights. Today, I'm going to a local legend. One of my favorite local breweries. It's from the Urban Artifact. Now, this is the Key Punch, folks. The 2018 seasonal favorite Key Punch. That's a key lime ghost, my friends. It checks in at 4.3% alcohol by volume. It says sour, hazy, and lime. Awesome, awesome, kick-ass beer. Similar to the other one I just had with the hazelnut and the coffee. You must like key lime pie, and you must like ghost and sour beers. If you're a stout drinker, even an IPA drinker, might not be for you, my friends. If you've never had one of these beers, I'd try it. It says, this ghost is brewed with 160 pounds of key limes, 11 pounds of sea salt, and 450 grams of coriander for a 30 BBL batch. The punch card was a stepping stone into the era of digital computing, weaving patterns, piano rolls, and calculations to send teams into space. Program your day with a key punch. There it is, folks. Yes, indeed. It's a seasonal beer, my friends. One of my favorites. Well, who doesn't like key lime pie? I don't know. I mean, you don't like lime, I guess, but this is legit. One of about 15 Urban Artifact beers that are legit. This unbelievable seasonal beer. So I didn't even know this was a seasonal until a few months back. So that's why I'm doing this review again. I reviewed it last year. This year's, I think, does taste not as tart. And if you remember, I did the key lime pie from Tallgrass Brewing Company. This is getting on towards that. Last year was still the Key Punch. It was more tart with less key lime crust pot, like the pie crust, that meringue crust. This year, I think it's not as tart, still tart, still it goes, but less and more towards the crust, which I love. That's what I was thinking with the Tallgrass last year. So without further ado, let's get it going and get in on the Key Punch from Urban Artifact. Tell you what, folks, in all seriousness, nobody that's from around here has not been Urban Artifact. I have not actually been to the tap room, but this is some killer beers and really some weird Midwest fruit tarts. I don't think anybody really knew what they were until 2 or 3 years ago. They just kind of invented a Midwest fruit tart being the Midwest. You know, Crooked Stave does some. There's a lot of companies out west, Cascade, and some other big-time sour companies, some out in Colorado, and a couple in California that just do strictly ghost and sour beers. But Urban Artifact has their following, and I love them. You know, first came out, everybody was like, these guys, what are they doing? And then after a year or two ago, they made this, you know, Fins are great. They're what do you call it, flagship? Everything they've done now. I mean, some of their IPAs, sour IPAs to me are kind of a no-go in my opinion. Some people like them, they're selling, but these sour ghosts is the Key Punch, the Chariot, Operation Plowshare. I mean, what else have they done? Slide Rule, Pinwheel. I mean, we can go on and on with them. And then they had some stouts. Milkman was awesome. Then they had Squeeze Box. Squeeze Box, folks. Try that beer. My God, Urban Artifact is legit and awesome. So let's get into the can. The Key Punch 2018. Let's get a pour. Yeah, very light. Oh, yeah, looks like that light, crisp, golden color. Very crisp. Almost looks like a Bud Light. Look at the color. There's like carbonation. Almost looks like a Bud Light. And the last bit of pour there into the can. And, you know, $12 a six-pack. That's $2 more, but that's $2 for a good beer. I mean, I almost think, you know, up to 15 is reasonable for a good six-pack of crap. People say, oh my God. Well, not really. I mean, you go to again, you're not bidding it in a store, but you go to a place anymore and you're paying $3.50. Now, the average is at least $3 for a Bud Light. No, that's an average. That's a cheap place. A dive bar, a Buttermilk Light's $3. So if you bought 6 at a bar, it'd be 18. And people bitch about a $14 six-pack of craft beer. That's 9% alcohol. I mean, I get tired of hearing that, you know. It's the bomber pricing that gets to me. Not so much the six-packs, and then they have to charge more for the bombers. A, it's a better quality of beer just because it's in a bomber, and B, you're not making as much. It's fine to me, you know, a bomber compared to a six-pack. That's just common sense. Well, let's get into it. Pricing for another day, another debate. Boy, I tell you what, the traffic here. School bus backing up there. Let's get the aroma here. Oh, that key lime. It's the ghost. That key lime, it's key lime pie. It smells just like Tallgrass. That vanilla crust, that Key Punch, that key lime, the aroma of the ghost. Just fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. let's thank Urban Artifact for their creative innovations, and they've been such a great job. Wonderful brewery. And cheers to Thursday, and here's to a good weekend. Go Cyclones tonight, Game 3. We'll be down there Saturday for Game 4. Go Clones. Cheers. It's not as tart this year. It's awesome. And I had one yesterday. You can definitely get the more of the crust, as I was saying, the key lime pie crust. Last year it was the lime juice with like this sea salt and coriander, all that. So 160 pounds of key lime, that is a shit ton. And then you look at the 450 grams of coriander, that's a ton. 11 pounds of sea salt. The sea salt's not really in as much this year. They backed off a little bit on that, but tremendous beer. I tell you what, and it's so easy to drink. 4.3, but it's so easy to drink. I took a quarter, not much lacing, but it's well carbonated. Took so much of that off. Oh my god. Oh, it's just delicious. I mean, it really is like, and right here in the gullet, the flavor, the going down. It really is just a key lime pie, like slice. It's just phenomenal beer. So highly recommend this, folks. If you've not had this, again. If anybody wants a trade, I know I was talking to a guy in New York. I've never really made a trade, but I'm willing to try to get, if you like sour beers and can't get this in your area, because their distribution is limited. For Urban Artifact, I know here in Cincinnati you get quite a bit, but they don't really make a whole lot. You know, some of their real special releases, I mean, they're out within a day. Jungle Jim's gets, I want to say, second most in the area, maybe Cappy's. But I've never even really seen Urban Artifact at a Meijer or a Kroger yet. So, and it just, yeah, I haven't seen it there. You know, I don't think I've seen it there at all. I'm sure they've got plans for that, but their stuff is limited. I can tell you that. Like I said, on their squeeze box, that was gone in a couple of days, and can't get it. But again, if anybody wants to make a trade, they can't get this, because anybody outside of Ohio is not going to get this unless they come into Ohio and pick it up or go to the tap room and stay for a couple hours. But anyway, yeah, life is short. Drink good craft beer. Urban Artifact Key Punch, folks. Love it, and love it. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you soon. Later.